Okay, we're back here, and I'm sitting with Piotr Adamczyk. He is the data lead for the Google Art project. He's getting a system set up right now. So, Piotr, thanks very much for joining us here.
No, of course.
It's great to have you. And so, this morning we were at the keynotes, and we were hoping to get some sense of what in the world you guys were up to at Google Art project, because the announcement has something to do with Google Plus, I understand. So
yes.
How about giving us a sense of what it is you guys are doing?
Well, first, just a few words about the Google Art project. We started about 2 years ago now with 17 museums, basically providing the museums with a platform to show their collections. And over the past year, we've expanded to 150 museums, now in 40 different countries, about 30,000 works of art.
So we're now on the Google Art project page here, looking at the collections.
So there's a couple of different ways to navigate. You can flip through and find a museum that you're interested in. And again, it just gives you a sense of the kind of art that a museum has. They pick the work, they totally figure out the best way to represent their collection, the depth and the breadth. Everything from rock art to contemporary sculpture, everything in between.
And so the museums are taking on the role of curating.
Absolutely.
We call it virtually curating their artwork into this environment.
And most of the museums have images online, of course, but what we do is we give high-resolution images as well as gigapixel images, so very brushstroke level detail and incredible kind of zooms of all of the objects that the museums have to offer.
And there's a street view.
There is a street view component, yes.
Yeah, so you could tour around the museum.
In 50 different collections, we've been able to go in and actually capture using the indoor street view trolley. So show what the galleries actually look like, see the objects and spaces that they exist in, and actually give people a sense of visiting that space.
Get a sense of the gallery that they're actually physically located in.
Exactly. Right. So what we've done today actually is launched the Art Project Hangouts. And the idea there is that
Hangouts is a part of Google Plus.
Hangouts,
right?
Exactly, is a part of Google Plus, and it's
for
a
people
way
who don't
video
know what Hangouts
exactly,
are. Let's why don't we talk about that for 1 second.
Hangouts is just a way for video conferencing to work really well and really easily on the web. A way to make it social and easy to set up a video conference with your friends.
Very ad hoc. You can just, in a heartbeat, invite a bunch of people to a video conference and not only see each other but collaborate on different types of content. So Fritz and I were naturally assuming that one type of content that you might be able to collaborate on would be art.
Exactly. So in this case, what we've managed to do is wrap the art project within a Hangout. And the idea is that a museum educator or a curator would be able to start a Hangout. Any number of people would be able to join either through the Hangout directly, or if it was on air, so through YouTube, live streaming over YouTube, or recording it for future reference when the curator wants to show another tour. And really, let me actually show the video. I think that might be the easiest way to give people a sense of the tool itself.
It looks like we're using one of my paintings.
So I don't think we're going to get the audio.
We're not going to get the audio?
We're not.
Okay. So basically what we're looking at is just the easiest way to set up a Hangout. You can either do it through Hangouts directly or from the Art Project.
Through the share button.
Through the share button, exactly. And then once you start the Hangout, you can share the view with what you're looking at with all the other people in the Hangout, or zoom into a particular piece of the painting, like in this clip, and show all of the other people what it is that you find interesting about the work.
And there's the video of the people underneath that were collaborating, so to say, or joining the Hangout.
And the other aspect is the tour aspect, where basically you can walk people through a sequence of images or any of the material that's on the art project, and showing them all the things that you find and the connections that you're making between the objects.
So this is great. I can date somebody in Europe if I was single and take them out to a museum for a date, but never actually leave my chair.
Yeah.
Right?
It's really intimate.
Yeah, that's
what a good idea.
Well, that's the way things are heading.
Hey, ladies, David Berlin.
Or a different museum every night of the week.
Different museum every night of the week.
Exactly.
Okay.
But again, it's a really simple and easy way to use Hangouts. We've used just some very simple bits of the Hangouts API to make a really kind of compelling use case for museums to be able to share and get curatorial content online.
What's in it for Google? Because it seems sort of very philanthropic. There's not many commercial messages in any of this. And
no, we don't monetize any part of the art project. There's no advertising. There's no pay-to-play sort of schemes involved. It's all the museums themselves are interested in putting up more and more authoritative information online, and Google's providing the platform.
But there's no chance the museums don't look at this and say, hey, potentially this is a way to cannibalize our existing revenue stream, whether that's through donations or through people just attending the museum? Yeah.
Well, actually, museum attendance figures, what we've heard from the partners so far is they tend to go up. The more information museums put online, the more people want to go there. They actually have a better sense of what they could see if they visited the institution. I think what happens when it comes to revenue streams for the museums, it's much the same. We allow the museums to link back to their own shops and their own stores. So that's where the museums make their money.
So is this a philanthropic effort?
It's part of the Google Cultural Institute, which is involved in these kinds of nonprofit and kind of .org sort of activities.
Okay.
I could actually see also art students, sharing art with their teachers, having dialogues with their colleagues, learning new techniques, things like that. Is that something you guys have thought about?
Exactly. I mean, with the collections that we have now through the art project, any one institution might only give the highlights. But once you start aggregating, once you provide the platform that has as many of these artworks, you're able to tell stories across collections and across artwork themes and styles in a way that hasn't been possible.
Great.
Well, Peter, we would be remiss if we gave your colleague David Crane a mug without giving one to you as well. So
Great.
We would like to present you with the
Thank you very much.
official Information Week Valley View mug. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.